So over here now we write teaching aids. First one, I go a little bit back. First is title of the lesson. Cell, types of cell we will study. Mathematics, triangles we will study. Filtration, methods of filtration we will study. Fuel fossil we will study. Or parts of speech and verbs we will study. So that all depends upon what exactly you are going to teach. That is title of the lesson. Now, what are the teaching aids I will be using? Chalkboard, whiteboard, charts, flashcards, apparatus, beaker, mathematical box, phoenix, videos, phonic videos, or maps, and overhead projectors. A number of things are there. And which one you are going to use, that you will be mentioning over here. Now, learning objectives. Why it is to be written is what they will learn. I will give you a detailed example of this. What they will learn, number one. Number two, when they will learn, during 35 to 40 minutes. Not 40 minutes, 35, 32, 35 minutes. Under what conditions they will learn. Practical they will do, demonstration they take, or they will be doing the experiment themselves, then only they will be learning, and depends upon what type of resource or conditions you will be uh, applying, depends upon the resources they will be using. Resources also, I will tell you a number of things are there. Then what degree of precision they will learn, to what degree of precision, and then what constraints will be there. So let us go for what are the objectives. Basically, they are smarter. They have to be specific. They are measurable and meaningful. They are attainable and achievable. They are realistic, relevant, and reasonable. They are time bound. They are evaluable. They can be assessed. And then are for re-evaluation, or you can say the reward. These rewards may not be physical, but there has to be some reward for that. You may write good, you may write very good, you may write excellent, you may put a star over there, you may put a chocolate design over there, anything, but it has to be there. So what are exactly objectives? These may be the behavioral objectives, and they depend upon that particular theory of Kekase. To remember, I have shortened it, and then it is Kekase. K for knowledge, define, list, recognize. So this is knowledge based. Then comprehension, characterize, describe, explain, identify, locate, sort, even classify. Then application. Application means they have to be given a number of things out of which they choose, they select, or they demonstrate, they implement, and then perform. That is application. And then analysis, that is analyze. Analysis is very important because this is the component where they compare, they categorize, they differentiate. Then next is synthesize. Synthesize, construct, construct a triangle, mark on the map, underline the verbs. Such type of things have to be there. They are synthesized. And then evaluate. That means assessment, evaluation, ranking, or rating. These are the things to be mentioned there. Now, see, quick revision. By the end of this lesson, the learner will be able to cook a well-done dosa on the gas stove using oil and frying pan in just 10 minutes. Now see, each component has been precisely given by when, by the end of the lesson. 35 minutes, 38 minutes, depends. So by when? By the end of this lesson. Subject is learner, whom you are teaching, the learners, the students. Observable action will be able to cook, will be able to mark, will be able to underline, will be able to classify. Depending upon K ka say, just now I discussed, that is, will be able to cook. In this example it is. Then precision, a well done dosa. That is precision. Condition, on the gas stove. I'll give you more examples later on. Then resources, using oil and frying pan. And then lastly, we see the constraint in 10 minutes, in 15 minutes, in 40 minutes, in 35 minutes. Depends upon the duration of the class. More examples are coming down. Now, let us see objective-oriented task. After a lesson on Pythagorean theorem, the student will be able to correctly solve at least 8 out of 10 geometrical problems using the theorem. You see, everything is written over here. By when? During 40 minutes or after the lesson. Using resources, Pythagorean theorem. So correctly solve 8 out of 10 geometrical problems using the theorem. Next is, just like this, after the lesson, the students will be able to identify parts of digestive system when shown individually by marking them in the digestive tract. I show them a kidney bean. Which body part resembles this? So they will immediately jump up to say it is kidney. Similarly, if I show them a sentence, what will be there? They will be just marking adjectives, verbs, underline them. So they will be able to, this will be the objective. Then student, next one is, the student will be, a student will be able to categorize types of animals into correct classes with a graphic organizer after reading their traits. So I give them traits. What are herbivorous animals, carnivorous animals, omnivorous animals, and so on and so forth. And then depending upon what they eat, you categorize them. So next is instruction mode. All genuine learning is active and not passive. Active in the sense that the learner is also involved in the mind, not just memory, which means you must also have some idea of mind mapping, what exactly it is. So they have to use their mind. And next is, it is the process of discovery in which the student is the main agent, not the teacher, which means the teaching has to be student centric, not teacher centric, not as per my liking. What I like, as per that only I will teach. That will not work. That used to work in our times. But now it is student centric. How they will learn. I told you just now what they will learn, when they will learn, how they will learn, and how it will be assessed. So these are different type of things which instruction mode you will be. Instruction mode may be different type of you see resources also you can use. Chalk and board method will be there. No. Then OSP will be there. Depends upon what resource exactly you utilize. Then the teacher should be well versed with not only the teaching methodologies, but also the art of utilizing all methodologies, the strategies, the teaching strategies, which means the teachers have to be very careful as and when to use them in the class of varied learners. You see, the learning styles. I'm going to hold a webinar on learning styles of the students, how to identify. Just probably first week of March. What are the teaching strategies that should be utilized as and when to use them in the class of varied learners? You see, learning styles are different. So the instruction mode should also be different. Now, some of the strategies that are generally utilized, that should be utilized for in the classes for teaching purpose are here. The major strategies that are generally utilized for the most effective delivery are 5 to 8 years, which means class 3. Navigation, role playing, storytelling, demonstration. No, storytelling, up to storytelling. These are the best strategies for a learner up to class 3. That is 5 to 8 years. For 8 to 13 years, there are demonstrations, field trips, interviews. For the class 5 onwards, up to class 8. And then the next strategies are for 11 to 16 years. That means the senior secondary classes. Discovery, flip teaching, they are the strategies for 11 to 16 years of students, age group. Now the next one is reflection. Reflection is a very critical process for supporting your growth and development as a professional. You see, reflection means you have to look back and find out what exactly was happening, why it happened, and what should be added or deleted. Just now I told you what should be added or deleted. Just now it is coming later on. That is looking back and analyzing what you have done in the past, and to gauge the effectiveness of a lesson plan. All right. Now, to gauge the effectiveness of the lesson plan, you have you must reflect back, and then you may you have to address something that surprised you or made you pause. So that means there are certain things which should be added or which should be deleted. That is the major part of this. The next one is, last one is reflection. Reflect means analyze. The go back and see what exactly was to be deleted or what should be added to make it more effective. So that way you have to analyze, and you cater to all type of learners, including slow learners, fast learners who are faster in learning, or mediocre type. And the best tool to reflect is testing that should be based on Bloom's taxonomy. I have done it earlier in some other webinar. I will take it up. Bloom's taxonomy is the tool that you can utilize for the best performance or best analysis of your performance. Now, questions to consider while reflecting on the lesson plan. First one is, what aspects were implemented differentially than that you planned? I should have done this, but it was not done. So how it should be done? How it should have been done? So that is the major part. Next is, why this difference happened? Whether it is due to my fault, whether it is due to that the fact that I could not cater to all different type of learners, depending upon your analysis, how you analyze. On that analysis, you have to reflect. And if you were to teach the same lesson to the same class again, what would you do differently? Over here, I will add this. Over here, I will delete this. So, and then why you do such things differently? क्यों हुआ ऐसा? Why this thing happened? I have given you lot of things in this lesson of nearly 25 minutes. Yeah, 25 minutes. Now, this is the last one. Whenever there is trouble, you can write to me at this email ID, or you can call me or WhatsApp me at same number, which I have been utilizing to give you the instructions. I will end up here, and then we can now start discussing. If you have got any questions, we can take them up now. If there are any doubts also, you can just ask me anytime.
Sir, I would like to know the flip teaching.
Yeah.
By flip teaching.
Ma'am, flip teaching is basically the very, not very now, it was in 1995, it was discovered by two friends. One of them was hospitalized. And what he reflected is that it is very difficult that my class is going unattended. So what he did is he made small videos of his lesson that is to be delivered. Nearly 5 to 10 minutes, maximum 10 minutes. He made small videos, putting everything up there right from his bed, recording everything, and then showing them in the class. The students will learn that particular lesson from that particular presentation. And now when the teacher comes back to the class, what happens is that the teacher becomes the student, means answering the questions, and the students become teacher, which means they ask the questions, their doubts, clarification of their doubts. So this is basically interchange of a teacher and the taught, a student and the teacher. They are flipped. They exchange their positions. That is flip teaching. Is it clear, ma'am?
Thank you so much, sir.
No, not at
That's
all,
clear
ma'am.
right now.
Yes, Rupa Jami ji.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Actually, I heard that there is a slight change in lesson plan when compared to earlier and now NEP 2020.
Anything? I could not get to you, Rupa ji.
No, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Is this lesson plan is according to NEP?
Oh yes, ma'am. NEP ke through hai. I will send you the format, exact format which NEP has proposed.
Okay.
Yeah, everything in details. And a few formats I will not send one only. Few formats I will send. How lesson plan is to be designed.
Okay. Sure, sir. Thank you.
You see, all the components I have discussed.
Yes.
right from the topic, then objective,
Yes, sir.
then strategies, then learning styles ke depending upon that, your strategies of
Yes,
teaching,
sir. Yes.
and then depending upon the learning style also of the students, you have to strategize
Yes.
what resources you will be utilizing, what will be the instruction mode, how you will be assessing, evaluation.
Yes, sir.
Everything will be there. I will send you the format by tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
By
Okay,
12
sir.
o'clock,
Sure.
you will get the format also, and this
Okay.
thing also, this recording also. Recording to just now I will send.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Anybody else who would like to
Good
ask
evening, sir.
anything? Yes, yes. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, yes. Good
Good evening,
evening,
sir.
Saida ji.
Yes, sir. Sir, I want to know that the learning strategies, what are they, sir? How the students should comprehend the answers in the class.
You see,
The children
learning,
feel difficult in learning the answers in English, and
that's right.
they don't learn the spellings, and they write incomplete sentences. These are
You see,
the problems that teachers are facing in the school.
ma'am, ki there are different strategies. How you
Yes,
teach.
yes,
Strategies means the methodologies, the
methods.
way you teach.
Teach. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that is the
We
strategy.
we go for each and different lessons.
Yeah,
We
yes,
go
yes,
different
yes.
strategies, ma'am. Sir,
Different strategies for different lessons.
lessons.
Topics will be
Yes,
same. All
yes.
say lesson plan topics will be same.
Will be same. At the
Yes,
end is the comprehension only, that student has to give the test of learning the
that will
question
be that
answers
will be the last point.
last.
Very
That
much
only
last.
last part of this lesson plan is important, sir. That many of the students of English medium, they don't understand the sentences, making of sentences, and learning the answers. They say that today we learn and tomorrow we forget. So
So
I
what?
want, according to your experience,
Yeah,
uh, your idea, just flash it us
you
on
see,
us so that we can apply on them also.
language teaching is not very difficult if it is the mother tongue. Just day before or
Yeah, yeah.
yesterday it was that Matrabhasha Divas.
Yes, yes. That is not
First,
difficult.
first they must learn in their mother tongue, whatsoever it is. Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, or even Punjabi, Hindi, even if it
But
is
here is
English.
English medium. We are talking about
This is what
English
I am
medium
saying.
school.
Even if it is English medium, then also you have to strategize how you will be doing that. Give them
That
small
also.
sentences. First, you do one thing.
Yes, sir.
You make a paragraph out of which
Okay.
you remove all the verbs, right?
Okay.
And
Okay.
then
Works.
you provide a list of the words out of which they will choose the right word and keep over there. So that way they start making sentence. First thing, because
Yes.
you see, they can speak in English medium. If it is, then certainly they can speak in English. So
They
the
can
best,
speak.
the best part is to make paragraph and remove adjectives.
Okay.
Then list of adjectives you are providing. Out of them, you put the right word in the right place.
Okay. Okay. That's
This
also a
is
good.
number one. Second strategy
Yes.
you can utilize for language teaching is by asking them to write. In our times, there was a strategy called Prezi writing. I don't know whether it is existing now or not. Now it is not. Prezi writing. Prezi
What is
writing.
that, sir?
Prezi is you give them a paragraph out of
Yes.
which they will choose the main point and then make it short. That way it
Okay.
is, that way it becomes Prezi writing.
Now it is termed as note making, sir.
Note making you can write, you see, but the thing is that the student must be taught how they have to make the notes. It is not only in the language. That is the trouble in mathematics also. In
Now Prezi writing is not there, sir. Sorry.
it is not there now.
Yes,
So in
sir.
our
Now it's
times it
not
was there,
there.
but at least now you can utilize it again the same way. Or
For
you
the
give
benefit of the students, we can utilize it.
they
We
can
can
utilize it.
examine on the children.
Or you can ask them, you give them a storyline.
Storyline.
Like nouns. There was a dash who was plowing his field. What appropriate word will be there? You tell me, Saidaji.
Yes, sir.
What appropriate word should be there? Noun.
Noun. Tell me
There,
the sentence, sir.
there
Repeat the
was
sentence.
there was a dash who was plowing his field.
Who was blowing his feet?
Plowing.
Spell,
Farmer.
sir.
Who was doing his field? Field means khet.
Farmer.
There was a farmer.
Yes.
Ah,
So
yeah.
such type of words, different words. Nouns, pronouns,
Understood.
verbs, adverbs, adjectives, preposition, conjunction, interjections. These words you provide, and
Okay, sir.
they will fill them up with themselves. What appropriate word should be there?
Okay.
So that way it can.
Right.
This is third method of teaching language. Any other thing? Anybody else? Dr. Aruna Bajpayee ji is also there. Yes, anybody else who would like to ask something more? That was a nice question answer session, because this is the first time after a few webinars, nearly for 3 or 4 weeks. This is the first one where there is question answer session.
Brother,
Yes, sir.
sir, can you tell me the difference between learning objective and learning outcome?
So you see, learning objectives, I just now told you in this example, है ना?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Will be able to do a well done dosa in 10 minutes. That is learning objective. But what is
Correct.
the learning outcome? That you will be able to tell only after analysis, whether it is done or not. So you have to first keep on asking in the question, reviewing your question answer session in the just now what we are doing. We are doing the same thing.
Right.
After
Right.
teaching, you ask them how much you learned. On the spot, you assess. After that, you give them evaluation, that is assessment. Answer sheets, tests, question papers, examinations are there, class test is there, blackboard test is there.
Yeah.
You write small sentences. Saideji, you write small sentences on the this thing, blackboard, and ask the student to write the appropriate word. Start doing it. 3 strategies I have told you, and from that your mind will start working for more.
Right. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
My pleasure, ma'am. My pleasure. Anybody else would like to ask anything?
No, sir.
Sir, these we where we are living here, it is in Karnataka, Gulbarga. It is
Yeah,
many
I
of
know
the
that you are from Gulbarga.
yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Many of the students are from little bit backward areas, and their parents are uneducated, so they feel difficult in speaking English also, sir. They feel.
I will send you a video for this. There
Yes,
is
sir.
there is a village that is in the rural area. Over
Yes,
there, the kids were so much poor. The means parents were so much poor that they were not able to provide sleepers
yes,
even to their children. But
yes.
that teacher took up the initiative. You give a conversation type of paragraphing to
Okay.
3 students. Good morning, Ajay. Good morning, Mohit. Ajay, how are you? I am fine, Mohit. How are you? I am also fine. And this way the conversation, just only 15-20 sentences. I will send you that video if it is available with me. Otherwise, I
Okay.
will find it out. I will have to send it to you. You
Yes,
just
sir.
see that particular example. And that way
Okay.
you will start.
Right.
Anybody else who would like to ask anything? Or shall we end the session now? It is 40 minutes now.
As you wish, sir.
All right, ma'am. I will be ending it up here and I'll send you the recording. Let me see after 15-20, after 1 hour. वो
Okay,
conversion
sir.
होता है उसका. After that, I will send it to you today. And
Okay,
that
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
certificates
sir. Thank
will
you,
take
sir.
some time.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very much, ma'am. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you, Paresh ji.